Hey frag heads and fragrance lovers, welcome back. It's good old Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel. If you like smelling great, if you love exploring fragrances, you've come to the right place. And today we're going to be talking about Midnight Oud from the house of Juliet Has a Gun. Yes, this is a beautiful fragrance, guys and gals, ladies and gents, truly unisex fragrances. Of course, anybody can always wear what they want, wear whatever the heck you want. But today, this fragrance is going to appeal to the guys and the gals. This is actually the most, I think, fragrance that guys might be comfortable with from the brand, because Juliet Has a Gun usually does focus on fragrances that maybe ladies are more comfortable with. This fragrance has woody notes. It actually has oud. It actually has rose. It has geranium. It has this aldehyde quality to it. It has some woodiness. This fragrance is spectacular, guys. This is a fragrance that's I've been wanting for a really long time. It actually might surprise you that I found a fragrance that I like with aldehydes. To me, this fragrance doesn't smell like a yellow floral so much, but it does have those sparkling, for some people, almost Chanel No. 5. For some people, that sparkling yellow, floral quality that, for some people they really like it, and for some people they don't. Aldehydes can be kind of polarizing. There are quite a few of that here, but it's going to make it smell sparkling and fresh and even fancy. There's saffron on the top, really adding to that fancy, luxurious quality to this fragrance. There are some citruses. Then you get that rose and that geranium a little bit more in the heart, and then you get a little bit of smokiness. The oud here is a little bit dark, almost patchouli-like, almost like a Tom Ford oud, and it's not scary at all. There's some other woody elements to this fragrance. It's mostly what it's all about. And I have to tell y'all, this fragrance is gorgeous, guys. I really like this fragrance. And with that aldehydic, almost soapy DNA, I do have to say that this almost reminds me of a Menthol fragrance, especially with the saffron. Really, honestly, this thing almost smells like a Menthol fragrance. But there's a little bit more class to it. There's a little bit more refinement and a little bit of a different twist on it. That I just love this stuff. It's called Midnight Oud. I don't think I would actually say that this is a midnight dark time out in the town when it's has to be cold outside or anything like that type of fragrance. This fragrance is actually a lot more versatile than I think it would be given credit for if you were just to say that. I'd be comfortable with wearing this in the spring and probably even the fall and the winter, of course. And I could probably even get away with this indoors in the summer. It's actually that fresh to me, but it does have a confidence and a woodiness and a darkness about it. The oud here, again, some people get scared about the oud. Don't get scared, guys, ladies or gents. The oud here is not animalic. It's not skanky. It doesn't even become a sensual, leathery vibe. It's just a little bit dark, almost patchouli-like, and it's very much in the background. It just adds some of that kind of like classic rose oud combo to this fragrance. So anyways, guys, for some people, this is not going to be terribly interesting. It's not going to do something different enough because it's just fresh and kind of like a rose oud fragrance. It's fresh and crisp and fancy, but it doesn't have anything. It's extremely maybe exotic or special enough for you. Some people might not like how it's so fresh and with aldehydes and crispy and almost citrusy. And for some people, they're very scared of oud or woody elements, and so this fragrance here is not for everybody. There's some reasons why some people might dislike this fragrance, but I have to tell y'all that this is one of the fanciest fragrances I've ever smelled. This fragrance is classy. This makes you feel like you're walking into a room and that you own the room. If you're going to like a club or like a big event with friends, and you might toast to your friends, or you might just have a good time, it's a little bit fancier of a situation. This fragrance can really work in a fancy situation, a fancy environment. Really, this fragrance it really can work magic for you. And also, maybe if you also if you want a fragrance that makes you feel or smell classy, but also feel very, very clean, this fragrance also has a very clean vibe about it. I saw one fragrance reviewer who said this fragrance makes them feel maybe dirty or something. I don't understand that at all. This fragrance feels clean and pristine and feels like fresh, clean, and fresh ironed clothes, and feels like the fanciest, cleanest environment that you could think of. Maybe with the oud, there's a little bit of a texture of like a gravel or almost like a grittiness in the dry down, maybe to some people, but to me, this is a very crisp, very fresh fragrance. And makes me think that I'm going out wearing almost like a gold suit. So this fragrance, even though it's not the high-end niche fragrance, if you don't know about Juliet Has a Gun, they're not the most expensive niche fragrances, but for some people, depending on what you like and what you want, again, a fancy fragrance, thoroughbred, classy fragrance for just anywhere, anytime. But some people say that maybe you should even wear this casually because you're going to make a statement. Maybe you want to make a statement going to the grocery store. I'm not going to tell you how to live, but I will wear this from time to time, going out, even getting groceries. And it's really funny to see people. They're like, "What are you wearing? What are you smelling like?" And sometimes you might even get the reaction that how you look might not match how this smells. So, guys, ladies and gents, you might want to dress this one up. And again, guys, this has enough woody elements to it that might appeal to you, and ladies, this might have enough freshness and crispness and rosiness to you that it might also appeal to you. And also with the rose, I already talked about the oud. I do want to say with the rose that this is not a red rose. This is not a really big rose. To me, it feels much more of like a green rose, and with that geranium, it almost feels more of like just a green, clean type of rose to this fragrance. You're not getting a voluptuous, full-bodied like red rose or anything like that. So anyways, getting into that performance, excellent performance. You'll get anywhere from 7+ at least. I usually get about 9 hours out of this. Projection, actually a little bit above average. Sillage, a little bit above average. Not a beast mode fragrance, but will get you noticed. I think it has a right amount of charm. People can smell you when they're around you. You can grab people's attention, but you're not really trying to demand attention. But this fragrance does have a presence about it. And again, this fragrance is not a fragrance that you wear to be, you know, to be a bookworm, or to be, you know, to hide yourself, or to be, you know, just do your own thing and not get noticed. This is the kind of fragrance you wear when you want to get noticed. And I certainly do agree with that. And that's why so many people say this is a fancy fragrance. And it is a fancy fragrance. And it kind of demands attention in its own way. So even though it's not the most complex fragrance, it might not have anything niche lovers are looking for that's super exotic or super creative about this fragrance. It's for the average person. This is a prom fragrance. It could be a wedding fragrance. This is a big party fragrance. This is you, you know, opening a special present. This is you, you know, sending a ship off on its maiden voyage, you know, breaking some alcohol on the side of the big ship. This is you know, this is a fragrance that makes me think of prestige, you know, making it in the world, success. This is that kind of fragrance. It gives me that type of emotion. And that's one reason I like this fragrance. So for some people, again, the aldehydic vibe might smell synthetic, but actually getting into that compliment factor, a lot of people think this is fancy too. I get a lot of reactions with this fragrance that I smell clean, I smell refined, and I might smell like the fanciest guy they've ever smelled like in their life. So this fragrance has class, and it's fancy, and because it's clean, it's a little bit more approachable than you would think. And even though it's called Midnight Oud, and you might think it's a dark, skanky, heavy oud fragrance or something, this fragrance is actually very clean, it's actually very fresh, and those darker elements are there. They have a presence, but they're almost in the background of the fragrance, just almost adding an intrigue or a twist or an aura. They are more noticeable in the dry down, but to me, the freshness and the cleanliness and the aldehydes and that saffron, that elegant saffron, really kind of for me dominates the composition. So actually, compliments were through the roof on this fragrance. When I wear this fragrance, honestly, I feel like I should dress up even more. Sometimes I feel like my clothes aren't even good enough for this fragrance. I need a whole new wardrobe with this baby. So this fragrance here, Juliet Has a Gun Midnight Oud. Solid fragrance. I highly recommend it for both guys and gals. You can get this fragrance, you know, around there. I think the full retail is about $140 for the 100 ml. It's an Eau de Parfum concentration. I think it's worth the money, full retail. And again, you got to support and help some of these brands if you think they're doing a good job. And I do think this one's worth retail. But if you have to get a good deal, honestly, I saved my money, and I did get a good deal, and I got this for a pretty dark, like half off. So I'll admit to it that I didn't pay for it, the full retail. But if you are looking for this and it's harder for you to get, or maybe you don't trust the reseller or somebody selling this on the discounter, you might want to check it out. Honestly, I didn't have the money at the time, but at one point you could get this on FragranceNet for about $55 for the 100 ml. Sealed, brand new in bottle, wasn't even a tester. Outrageous value sometimes if you do look at the right places. And this one, hidden gem. Absolutely. Unisex, maybe the ladies buy it a little bit less because maybe they're scared of it or maybe it's not their vibe. But guys, you can wear it. Ladies, confident ladies, you can wear it. Everybody can wear it. I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got. Help me down there below, and I'll see you next time, everybody, and bye.